Here we are, another Friday Night Live, July 21st, 2023. And another beautiful day in the greater Teal. Hope everybody's doing amazing. Missed the last couple of Fridays. Family events. Gotta have your strong family ties. If you look at the blue zones, first one is strong belief in the divine creator God. Second is strong family ties. Somebody's card backfiring. So yeah, keep those strong family ties, emotion, seed of all, as we say in the realm of MFS, and for good reason. Everyone who has imbalances or severe imbalances goes straight back to what relationships, challenges, traumas in their childhood, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's all relationships. And the most important relationship is with our divine creator. And we see that being attacked more and more and more as especially the last few years. Luciferianism is on the rise. If haven't noticed, it's taken over the masses, and it's very easy to fall victim into that Luciferic intellect realm. Very easy, and we see it very clearly. As a master faster, you will have clarity. All weaknesses come to the surface, including the weaknesses of falling prey to Luciferianism, the Luciferic intellect. You can see right through all that caca. So it's time to dance with the divine. We have the month of July is almost gone. My goodness gracious, how time flies. It's just incredible. Keeping busy doing renovations and maintenance and stuff. And time just flies, Nothing like a day of good physical hard work. Makes everybody feel better, when we exert ourselves physically. When we're in a severe imbalanced state, we're not going to be able to do that, obviously. That's where, going for walks, rebounder, just bouncing on your rebounder gently, help the lymph move, the energy system. If the energy system's down, the energy's kaput, right? The blood flows, energy's still low. Blood has to flow. We had that post up about the lymph and the blood. There's so much more lymph compared to the blood. The kitchen is much bigger than the bathroom. Same thing with our physical body. Kitchen, lymph system, bathroom is the blood. We share the blood. It's so vitally important. The sewer system, that if it stops flowing, we cease to exist in this physical body. We leave the physical body. It's vitally important. And the blood is attached to emotion. This is why Luciferianism, what do? They go for all the filthy, nasty stuff, the blood, the feces, the urine. If you look in Luciferianism or Aleister Crowley, that's what they continuously indulge in, I guess you want to word. This is the things they do. All the nastiest stuff. As Aleister Crowley said, the more vile and nasty, the better. Not the exact quote, but something like that. I read a little bit about his stuff. I'm not interested in Luciferianism, only interested in the basic concept of what are these people really doing, or what are they after. And it's always in opposition of the divine creator and peace, balance, and correct conduct. It's always opposition. So, living this lifestyle, less is more. It's not an easy task in a world where it's moving towards imbalance at a high rate speed. There's stuff being bombarded left, right, and center. So what do we need to do? We need to put ourselves in a high field strength state. It's the only state that we're going to be able to withstand all this stuff and get through it. Because the accumulation state, we come to a point where the body ceases to function because the obstructions are too great, the vitality is too low for anything to move, and we cease to exist. V equals P take away O. Says it all. Arnold Ehret's simple formula. Vitality equals power, take away obstructions. Says it all. When the obstructions are too high, we need more power. Vitality goes down. We need more power to move things. When the obstructions are low, we need much less power. Vitality goes way up because we draw on the limitless sources of energy. They're all around us in all forms, and we can draw from those forms of energy. When we fall into the trap of the materialism, the heavy, dense matter state forms of energy, these are limited types of energy. They're not infinite types of energy. They limit us. And hence we fall prey to all kinds of imbalances from these heavy, dense matter state forms of energy. Eating generally is a heavy, dense form of matter energy. And if we look at all the different foods, by far, fruit. Fruit is the least obstructive of all foods, by far, even over leafy greens. Fruit, the body just loves. Like for myself, if on eating days, if I don't have fruit, it's like, wow, very hard on me, very hard on me. Like if I'm eating and I don't have fruit, I have everything except fruit. It's very hard on my body. As we live it and love it over the decades, we find we become sensitive to everything. We're able to sense things much more easily. And we can clearly see, especially in the fasting state. And when we come out of the fasting state, when we break our fast, how these foods respond in the physicality. It's going to tell you. It's going to tell you loud and clear what foods are more obstructive and what foods are less obstructive. Not that I'm advocating eating obstructive foods after breaking a fast, not at all. People do it anyway. It doesn't matter what we say, what we highly suggest, and what we highly recommend. Doesn't matter, because people do what they will do out of mixed up emotions, which overtake. Confusion of emotions will overtake us. Power of emotions will move a mountain. Power of emotion will move a mountain. You know, nobody's going to stop somebody who's got their volition and emotion focused, razor sharp. Nobody's going to stop that. It's just going to happen. Whatever that focus is, right? Nobody's going to stop it. It's so powerful. Emotions, seed of all. Its emotions is creation itself. There's something I want to talk about, slipped my mind before it came on live. But if there's any questions, this is why we're here. There's no questions, there's no point of doing these lives. You can ask questions on the Facebook group, or you can book an appointment for a private consultation. If public thing is not your forte, you can book privately, right? You know, in this realm of this world, this material state, we are bound by laws, cause and effect. We cannot escape those laws. There's the laws of the limitless realm that are able to create and control matter, and if you can master that, then the matter won't matter. As like what Christ did when he walked the plane of this earth. He created many miracles that are possible. You know, raising the dead, it's impossible, right? But when you are in that high field strength state and you understand the laws of cause and effect, you know, you're a master of that stuff. Everything's possible. Move mountains, raise the dead, turn water into wine, make the blind see again. So many other miracles, I don't remember them all. But it's pretty fascinating stuff. You know, all written down by witnesses to the events. You can believe it or not. It's your choice. People don't believe in facts. You know, facts are out there, but they don't believe in the facts. They believe in the fiction. To give you an example, when the masses were told to put diapers over their mouth and nose, they're not believing any facts. They're believing fiction, and they did it, right? And they went to line up to get the thing in there. They're believing fiction over facts. People choose fiction over facts all the time, and then they want to be saved because they're in pain, misery, and suffering, and they want to be saved after years and years of bombardment to the physical, mental, emotional bodies, continuously bombarding, continuously obstructing, continuously moving in the direction of imbalance, and then we want to be saved. We come across this stuff all the time, all the time. You know, last several decades, all the time. You know, there's a lot of people out there, and they're you know, doing things, guiding people, you know, after one or two fasts, and they're guiding people, or you know, from everything I've learned in the last 3+ decades, I would definitely steer away from anybody without decades of experiences, minimum. I only listen to people with decades of experiences. But people choose to do whatever they want. People can and will do whatever they want. You know, I'm on my last year of the 50s decade, 30 next month, right? A couple weeks away, I'll be starting my last year in the 50s. Isn't that amazing? So almost 6 decades I've been in this realm. And what I've learned is, the more we know, the more we think we know, the more we know, screw all. We don't know anything. We believe we know. We create all these theories, and we believe they're correct, and we believe they're facts. You know, it's just like I was talking about earlier. You know, people choose fiction over facts all the time. All the time. Right? You know, it's happening grand scale. What are the facts? What are the fiction? Well, you know, mainstream science is the world of fiction. You know, it's the realm of gatekeeping, I call it. And gatekeeping true knowledge from the people, from me, the people. If you want to be in that gatekeeping place, realm, whatever you want to call it, then follow mainstream science. Right? Follow mainstream science. It's going to put you in the realm of gatekeeping, meaning you're going to be void of true knowledge and facts and divine truth. You ain't going to be found in science. The science world is not of the world of the godly. It's separate, separates itself, says there is no God. It's a world of science. Mainstream science doesn't believe in God. They believe they are gods. Okay. That says it all, doesn't it? The world of fiction over facts. And some people think, you know, God is fiction. Well, okay, that's your belief. When you look at all the highly intelligence in all things, a grain of sand, a drop of water, a blade of grass, a leaf off a tree, and it just goes on and on and on. Every single speck of creation, every atom in this realm has infinite amount of intelligence within it. It's incredible. You know, it's impossible for it to be coincidence. There's no coincidences. Everything works together in a perfect harmony in this realm. And you have to wonder, how can that be? Oh, just a bomb went off and everything worked out perfectly. Fact, fiction over fact, right? The realm of fact, fiction over fact. This is where most of us will choose to go down that path, the world of fiction. Once you put God into your life, you will learn to trust. Learn to trust the plasma love always flowing that goes through our soul to our physical body, that energy is continuously pumping out in all directions, in all forms to everyone. And when we tap into that, we find that the magical things happen. And that's what we've seen in this realm. Master Fasters, we've seen incredible magic happen when we tap in and we trust. We've guided tens of thousands of people, and we've seen miracles upon miracles happening when we trust in allowing the soul to go into autopilot. We don't have to know anything about anything. It just happens automatically, right? Purging, we start purging and purging, and things start correcting themselves. We start moving back in the direction of balance. Simple. We don't need to know 1 + 1, 2 + 2, 3 +. We don't need to know any of that stuff. We don't need to know about chemistry. Chemistry? People believe chemistry is of life. Chemistry is a theory, created by man. Does it have uses? Absolutely. When you're playing with chemicals, you better know some chemistry, or you can get yourself in trouble real fast. These are things that are not natural and dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Dangerous. Trying to play chemistry to heal yourself, it's a losing battle. It's a losing game. I've been down that road as well, down that path. You're never going to succeed in those games, those theory games. The most amazing miracles happen in autopilot. In a purging state, fasting state, or in a deep prayer state, we've seen amazing miracles happen like that as well, right? People spontaneously healing through prayer because they tap into the plasma. They tap into that faith. They tap into that, plasma love always flowing from the divine. This is where we want to move to, in that direction of balance, and stay on that path. I don't know what else to say, but choose wisely. A new fad is out there with some kind of wands, frequency wands, and so on and so forth. I've said that my piece on frequencies. Just stay away from them. You don't know the repercussions of that stuff. After the things that we saw, a very, very dangerous realm to play in. People believe that they understand the infinite interactions with frequencies. The only tone I would play with is 432. I would stay away from anything else, because 432 is the number of creation, encompasses all, and it's in a perfect balance. Anything else is of the fiction world, because why? It's an extract from 432, an isolation. Like, think about extracts of chemistry, synthetic drugs, vitamins, minerals. These are extracts, isolated extracts. And when you play in those games, you're going down the path of imbalance. I don't care how much of an expert you believe you are in those things. We know nothing of this stuff. We believe we know nothing, because there's infinite interactions with the limitless realms every time we do anything. So if we go on faith and trust of the divine creator, we don't need to know any of this stuff. We don't need to go into the theory fiction land. We just have to trust. Purge, trust, purge, trust, purge, trust. We're going through a healing reaction. We have all kinds of tools in the Master Fast realm to help us pull ourselves through these difficult situations. Are they going to happen? Most likely, in most people, it does happen. Very few cases that we've seen that people don't go through any major healing reactions. You know, we don't really know until people have gone and lived this lifestyle for a while, decade, 9 years is a good start, as we say, and you'll find that all kinds of things happen as the years go by, living and loving this type of lifestyle, because you're purging. You're getting to the depths of the emotion coming to the surface. And once you get into that place, we don't know what's going to come out, because it's comes back to all the things we've accumulated in this life, all the things our parents and grandparents and all our ancestors have accumulated in their lives, and it all comes spewing out as we start purging in a fasting state. It all starts spewing out, and we just need to trust, brace, jump for joy when it happens. The healing reactions, use the tools to pull us through. It's simple. There's no rocket science, It's plasma science of the divine creator. There's all kinds of amazing things out there, and all kinds of caca things out there. So how do we decipher and choose? Well, trust and faith. Get ourselves in a fasting state, so our clarity, our vision becomes sharper, and we can easily spot out things. Common sense starts being opened up and built as we train ourselves. Logic, these are things, logic and common sense, it's not out there. When they tell you to jump and you jump without logic and common sense, jump, put on the diaper, there's no common sense and no logic, when people jumped anyway. So yeah, it's interesting times. A little tired. I got to go to bed early. We've been partying 10 days. It's time to catch up on my rest. No questions. What time are we at? We're in half an hour. If there's any questions, now's a good time. Suggestions, inspirations, you want to share something, share your story. We love to hear people's stories. Questions? It's very, very rare, now that we've been going for 8+ years, that we get any new questions. It's rare. It's nice if we get something new, but it's rare. If it seems like it hasn't been answered, it's people are looking for a specific thing. There's generalization in things, like moving into the direction of balance. Diseases. Well, who wants to talk about diseases? These are the fictional world. You move in the direction of balance, imbalance, or balance. Which way do you want to go? Let go of the fiction world. Let go of the diseases. They don't exist. They only exist in a fiction world of our imagination that's been created for us to keep us in that confused state. You want to be confused? Stay in that fiction world. You want to be in that limitless realm of wonder and awe? Move in the direction of God, divine balance. Simple. Simple, simple. As we move up in numbers of age, we start to see things in different ways through our many experiences in this realm. Go back in our memories and look at how we did things growing up over the years. Lots of things have changed. So to all the fasters, focus on your daily, your weekly, your monthly, and your season change dries. Focus on clean mineral eating. Choose one of the levels to live in love, to keep ourselves in that constant purging state as much as we can tolerate as a lifestyle until we start opening up. As we purge, the more we purge, the more we open up, the easier it gets. It's going to be challenging for a while until we release some of that old obstructive caca, and then it gets a little bit easier and easier until we hit a healing reaction when we go into the depths of these obstructions. With that said, I won't keep you any longer. Half hour is enough for me talking. I'm out of here. Keep the plasma love always flowing. Choose peace, balance, correct conduct. Luciferianism is a trap. Peace, balance, and correct conduct to all. Plaf. Ciao.